Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I was talking to my friend, and because he knows I got some kind of thing against insurance, and he knows I got a thing about gold and silver, and so and I made the connection with him. So then that's when I thought, well, maybe I need to make a video about this. So what it is. To me, this doesn't work for everybody, but to me, this helps me understand a little bit more. But what happens, insurance, for me, I hate insurance. I hate insurance with a passion. And the reason is, you make monthly payments on insurance, or every 6 months, or once a year. Whenever you make your payments on insurance, you don't get anything back. I mean, it's just like you're throwing your money in the pit. And it was funny because when I was in the oil business, I was 20, got into it when I was 29 years old, 29 and 28, 29. And anyway, about 34, 35 years old when it came to the end. And we went, at the end, when I was in the oil business, I was thinking, man, if I can just, I've been for 5 years, good 5 years, and I thought, if I can just keep going one more year, I'm going to be a millionaire. And then 2 months later, I'm broke. And what happened was the government got involved. I mean, oil people were making too much money, so they started coming up with weird laws and stuff like that, and taking our money. Everybody went broke in the oil business at that time. This is back in the 80s. And one of the things was, what I did, I ended up in 2 months. Like I said, I went from, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire, to broke. And I could see there was no way I'm going to recover from this. And what I did was the people that I owed money to, I would go to them and I'd tell them, hey, I'm broke, I'm losing everything, and I owe you some money, and the best I could do was I'll give you 10% of what I owe you. Otherwise, you're going to sue me, and we'll just go from there. But the suing wasn't going to do any good, because this was the last time I owned stuff. I tell everybody, I don't have no money, I don't have no house, I don't have no job, I don't have nothing. And it was like that when I was in my mid-30s, is when I changed my attitude to be like that. And what it was once you don't have nothing, they can't sue you. And so I went on, and I'll tell you, that's one of I went from the best days of my life to the worst days of my life. Now I talk real big about having morals and doing all this kind of stuff. But at that time, I was still learning. And I learned that everybody wants your stuff. And one of the things I had was insurance. In the oil, when you're in the oil business, you're moving a lot of money. And I had insurance on everything. And then I had another insurance, umbrella insurance, covers everything that I didn't cover. Because everybody wants to sue you, everybody wants all this kind of stuff. And suing only works for people that have things. And I had stuff. I had lots of stuff. And so what I was doing, and because at that time I'm young and dumb, I listened to people. And people tell me, well, you need to protect your stuff. So that's why I had insurance. And so I ended up, I went to the insurance people, and I told them the same thing. I give you 10% of what I owe you, and that's it. That's all I can do. Otherwise, you got to sue me. And I'll tell you, it hurt me bad in the way of shame. Because before then, I was never in debt. After then, I'm never in debt, so I learned from that, don't be in debt. But the thing was, I felt really, really bad that I couldn't pay my bills. And that's why now I feel really good, because I pay my bills. Why? Because I don't have nothing, and I make sure I don't have nothing. If I want something, I'll go rent it, or if I really have to have it, I'll go buy it. But I've learned I don't need all that stuff because I don't like protecting all that stuff, maintaining it, and all this other kind of stuff. So, but anyway, so I ended up paying them, and here the way I justified it, and just to let you know how screwed up your mind is when you're in debt. I told myself, well, look at all the money they made from me for 5 years now. They've already made tons of money from me, so hell with them. I'm only going to give them 10% of what I own. See, that shows you when you're in debt, your mindset really changes. Like, they ought to be thankful they made 5 years of money from me, so it's not good. But anyways, and then I did the same thing. I didn't completely learn my lesson. I had hospital insurance up until the 90s, I guess. And then it got to the point where insurance, just hospital insurance, normally we're paying about $200 a month, and it worked its way up to over $400 a month. And then at that time I said, man, this isn't going to work. And so I said, okay, now what we got to do is we take care of ourselves. That's why you see me, I push being healthy and this type of stuff. But when you're healthy, you don't need the hospital insurance and all this other kind of stuff. And a matter of fact, at one time you used to be able to get catastrophic insurance. So like if you need a heart transplant or something like that, well then we could get that. And now I can handle that. I mean, it doesn't cost much. It's kind of like cancer insurance. You can get cancer insurance. I even had that. Like I was going to get cancer or something. But I say I've learned to take personal responsibility over myself, and that includes my health. So I take care of myself. So then instead of paying over $400 a month, I started buying gold and silver. $400 a month in gold and silver. And it doesn't take too many months before you realize you got a lot of gold and silver, and you can afford to pay for things. And so it ended up, so my focus was more on gold and silver, something substantial, something that has true worth, instead of you're taking a chance. I had a guy come to my restaurant one time trying to sell me accident insurance, and then I kept telling him, and this is at the end of the oil business, and I had to get out of the oil business, got back in the restaurant business, starting to make some money, and then he's over here trying to sell me accident insurance. He says, man, you could slip and break your leg, on the floor in the restaurant. And I said, well, yeah, but I'll still work. I mean, it's my own business. I gotta work. And he says, well, you could fall down and break your arm. Then you only have one arm. You can't work. And I said, I'll work with one arm. It'll just take me twice as long. But I'm not going to do it. He says, I'm sorry, but I don't need any insurance. And so then, as he was going out the door, he stopped, and he looked back at me, and he says, be careful. And I thought, wow, that's cool. And the thing was, the way they talk, like you don't have options, you have to have insurance. You don't. If you take personal responsibility, that covers a lot of stuff. And like I say, so since the 80s, I've been buying gold and silver, sometimes not much, but I try to get something every month. And now it's to the point where, you don't, no big deal. And, but the thing was, my friend, we were talking, and then he says, because he can't believe I don't have any insurance on stuff and all that. And I told him, I said, when you have gold and silver, insurance just doesn't even look appealing. Insurance has no need. Now, but then again, you add the gold and silver, and I don't have nothing, so you can't sue me. You can't do nothing to me. It really makes a difference. And the thing is, I've got total control over my life. I'm not answering to all these people. So this is why I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about gold and silver. This is why my attitude is a lot different than most people. No debt. And, you know, people think, well, you got gold and silver, you can sell it and make money. And I said, no, that's not what you have gold and silver for. It's that feeling that you have that you're not scared of anything financial. It makes a difference. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring it to your attention. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.